Hello, it's Dan and Margie from the Gen-Xers. We're going to talk about this BuzzFeed article from 2020. We're right on the cusp of the pulse of
We're
society.
we're on the cutting edge, really.
It's called 19 Tweets That Might Not Sit Well Gen X. First of all, I'll tell you whether or not it sits well Gen X.
Yeah.
You don't tell us.
We might not even care.
Yeah, probably we won't
We
care.
really won't care. But let's see what we have, so we can let you guys know.
Gen X has largely escaped the generational warfare that's pitted boomers versus millennials versus Gen Z by design. Yes, we have, sure.
Ooh, our plans have come to fruition, Dan.
What is it with Gen X ending sentences with ellipses that don't actually need an ellipsis?
Dan, do you think perhaps all of us are an ellipsis? ... Just saying.
Look, we thought it was funny to set up a punchline and let someone else finish it. Because we're cooperators.
Yeah, we want you guys to have input too. We're just waiting for your response, because that's what we do.
Why does Gen X not understand the mute feature on conference calls? Look, you've got us, right? On me at least.
There's a mute feature on conference calls.
Wait, what is a conference
I've
call?
been, yeah. What is that? I don't even know. I've been doing this with my my landline this whole time.
Fine, I don't understand what where the mute feature is. Why does Gen X say, "I heart this"? Stop it. Why does Rain not put a period in there and a question mark?
Good one. Good. That was a burn.
No.
You done been burnt.
Look, Rain, I don't care about your grammar, honestly. It's cute.
Yes, he
What do you
does.
care? What does she care? Or he or they? What does Rain care?
Mm-hmm. I never say I heart this. Do you ever say I heart something?
I don't know. I've seen it on bumper stickers.
We have been, we've been having to say I heart radio a lot. I mean, that's not our fault. That's the name of the radio, but you know.
What is iHeartRadio?
Oh goodness.
Why do Gen Xers look like they're in severe pain when they take selfies like they're okay?
Like, are they okay?
Oh,
Again with the punctuation that you don't care about. Mm-hmm.
Well, I really don't, but I mean, I gotta be able to read it. Well, because selfies are stupid.
I don't really take selfies.
Yeah.
I don't know how to angle them correctly, and I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable taking them. I know lots of people who can just do it real fast and it looks great and good for you, but I can't do it. So yeah, that's probably why I look like I'm in pain. Again, you got us on that one.
I just don't care for him. I'm Polaroid man.
I'm an old windy camera person. I think they took some really high quality resolution.
Why do Gen X like podcasts so damn much?
Duh.
I listen to a lot of podcasts.
Duh. Podcasts are fun.
I like Conan's. I've been listening to Conan O'Brien's new podcast.
Huh?
I've been listening to Conan O'Brien's new podcast a lot.
Oh, I haven't listened to that yet, but I listen to Stuff You Should Know an awful lot.
I hope people listen to this.
Love
That's
that
something
one.
these people should know. Watch
Good
this
one.
channel.
Good plug. Good plug.
Why do Gen Xers... I got a lot to say about this,
Okay.
but I'll sum it up concisely. Why do Gen Xers think The Simpsons is peak comedy? Would you like to say anything about that?
No, I defer to you. I defer entirely to you.
Who are you talking to? I don't know anyone I know who thinks The Simpsons are peak Gen X comedy. At best, most of us think that even at their peak, they're pretty funny. All right, but
They're chuckle worthy.
when I think of Gen X comedy, I don't think of The Simpsons. I think
Carrot Top. No.
I know a lot about Carrot Top.
He is a Gen Xer. I mean, he really is.
Well, true.
You know, if we're, but you may not be talking about Gen X, comedians. You may be talking about.
I think Space Ghost Coast to Coast would be more Gen X comedy than The Simpsons.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Look that up if you don't know. Snackula. I like that name. Count Smagula?
Count Smacula.
Why do Gen X people always make phone calls in public on speaker and yell instead of talk? I do this.
What?
I don't know why. Because we're old. Snackula, you already knew that when you asked the question.
Right.
Man,
It's
come on.
redundant. We have hearing problems.
You just
because
wanted to hear
our
us
ears
say it.
are old now. But thanks for pointing that out to us.
Why do Gen Xers reply only to gifts on this website? Because gifts are funny. We've always thought they were funny. We still think they're funny. On our gravestones, there's going to be gifts. Maybe that was the height of Gen X humor, was gifts.
It's a tiny moving picture.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
You ever heard a picture's worth 1,000 words? Oh, and that guy is Larry David. He wrote for Seinfeld. Best known for his work on Fridays.
I'd like to.
The short-lived skit comedy show.
We have, okay, I just have to read this one. Why is Facebook the unofficial diary of Gen X? Can we get them all on LiveJournal or something?
What's LiveJournal?
Says at Haley Bridges on Twitter. I'm just saying.
I guess a lot of Gen X people probably do Facebook. We were kind of young when that was coming out, so it was our technology. But I don't do social media at all really anymore. I got a Twitter thing for this channel where I just tweet links to our videos. But you're still on Facebook, I think. I don't know what you answer. What do you think?
I mean, I am occasionally.
Yeah, you're not on much either.
I don't have a whole lot of, well, I guess maybe I do. Well, no, okay. I would say about half and half. I would say about half and half of my Gen X friends either are on social media sometimes to maybe a lot, and the other half not very often at all. I'm one of those. I'm just not on Facebook a whole lot. I have Facebook. I just don't ever check it or
Well,
anything like that. It's just not a priority for me.
Eli wants to know, why do Gen X older millennials make Facebook posts like sometimes you meet up your friend Cooper at the park and blah, blah, blah? I would say, kind of going off the last one, is that originally maybe we made posts like that because we thought it was going to be a place we could actually keep up with our friends and family. The reason I'm no longer on Facebook is because what it's turned into is a place where everyone is mad all the time. They want to yell at each other.
Mm-hmm.
Even our generation. People who used to be nicer.
Well, that and advertisements and just kind of nonsense. Just kind of general nonsense. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to scroll through all that to get to my great Aunt Flo.
Well, and once you get there, your great Aunt Flo's going to be arguing with somebody you don't even know about politics.
Right? Probably. Probably. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Also, Gen X's love of 2% milk. I'm a vegan. Look, so you know what happens when you assume? You know what we didn't do?
I bet you feel pretty ridiculous, too, because I like skim milk.
Yeah.
So, wrong and wrong.
I don't know how to answer this one. Why do I hear so many stories about Gen X women whose first experience of being turned on was the Disney Fox Robin Hood?
I've never heard that before in my life.
I've never heard that either. I don't know who you're hanging out with. I will say, and I won't say who, I have a friend who is a gay male who first started having an inkling that he was a gay male watching He-Man Masters in the Universe. So I don't know about the Fox, but I know about that.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, that's one amongst both of us. I've never heard of that, but, you know, so that's pretty rare, too.
I do have an answer for this one that I can say from a position of authority, being a Gen X man. Why do Gen X men find a random-ass brand and choose to make it that their personality trait? Look, I don't know. Run DMC did it with my Adidas, and we just never stopped. I admit it's been taken too far by a lot of us. I don't do it. I'm not a brand person, but yeah, you got a point. Spearmint green tea.
Plus, you know what? I think people, and once again, this is because we're old, too. I think people get comfortable with something, honestly.
Yeah.
You find a brand that you're comfortable with, and then you're like, you know what? I'm going to wear this brand forever. And then you do.
Andrew, come on. The Game Show Network is cool. We don't need your nonsense.
The match
We
game?
don't even need to mess with that
The
nonsense.
match game?
Yeah.
Okay, I have something to say about
Our
this.
parents left it on Matlock.
The match game, okay, and if you don't know the match game, please look it up. RuPaul bases her Snatch game on Match Game. Was one of the lewdest, funniest little half-hour game shows on TV besides Benny Hill.
It was
lewd and crude and just hilarious. That's why we turned it on the game show. We're hoping match show comes on.
It was how our parents gave us the talk back in the day. Watch Match Game.
Right, just they'll get it.
Yeah, they'll figure out after a couple seasons. David, why did Gen X insist on keeping the ringtones on in the office set to vibrate, Helen? David, that's kind of mean and rude. Why you want to be like that?
Yeah,
be nicer. Be better.
My name's Margaret, by the way.
Choose kindness.
Not
David,
Helen.
That's what I say. Why do Gen X always comment on how millennials should put away their phones and live in the moment, yet are always the ones recording the whole entire concert for one person watching their Facebook Live page? Well, I mean,
That seems kind of relevant.
yeah, that one hits
Right now.
That one hits home. Good question. But we don't know. Why not? What else do we have to do?
Right.
They say Gen X values creativity, right?
That's right.
We did, we all had our zines back in the 90s. Not everybody, but I don't know. We did always just do a lot of public, communal, creative stuff. Probably less now. You don't see a lot of Gen X people around on the YouTube.
Little independent stuff. We didn't trust those big corporations.
Yeah, no. We'd make our own with a Xerox machine, make our own books.
With Xerox, that big corporation, we'd buy their machine, things with it.
You're a Gen X mom. Do you love pink?
I like Pink. I don't love her. I don't know her. But she seems pretty cool. She's kind of positive, and she seems to, bounce back from adversity, and she's got some pipes.
She's good. She got a good voice.
Sure. I don't know a whole lot of Gen X. My Gen X friends, I guess, who love Pink, but they'd probably listen if I turned it on, I guess.
Sure. I don't remember. I mean, I remember people liking her all right, and now, but I've never noticed that other women your age or like Pink.
I think this is like patently just
that's just
a shot in the dark somewhere.
Yeah, somebody making stuff up.
Yeah, somebody who is like, you know what I heard about Gen X? Psst, psst, psst.
What's with Gen X and Boomers always asking if millennials were at the club the night before? Anytime we show up tired. No, Tim, it was Tuesday. Well, Black Lives Matter. Eric, first of all, you're right. Black lives do matter. Secondly, I don't know. Maybe we're just trying to... People used to like to talk to each other. Do you remember that? Mm-hmm. Like communicate face to face.
Well, I think maybe he has issue with the question. Like maybe we're thinking that you're young and energetic.
Sure.
It's not a bad thing to be.
Look, back before the internet, people had to do other kind of stuff for fun, so there were a lot more drunks. People were out drinking on a work night more than they were these days. So, Tim just doesn't know what your young folks are doing on a Tuesday night.
Maybe Tim was at the club.
Tim probably was at the club, but did Tim's eyes look like is Tim newly divorced and coming with his tie all messed up and bags under his eyes? Do you need a wingman, Eric? I don't know. Let's see.
You went to the club last night?
Yeah, maybe you're being stalked.
Yeah.
Were you at the club last night, Eric? All right.
This one I don't really agree with either, so.
No. Gen X believes that playing guitar badly is a revolutionary act. If you mean Kurt Cobain, he was not that bad at guitar. He's actually pretty good. If you mean the Sex Pistols, I don't know. Does it matter if it's good as long as it's good? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about Jack White? Prince? Your argument doesn't hold water. Yeah, I know.
Good one. That was another burn, by the way.
Right.
You done been burnt.
Gen X, feel free to set these people straight in the comments. Well, you all feel free to tell us if we are right or wrong about our interpretation of these, and
But mostly if we were right.
mostly please tell us how right we were.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody.
That would be great. Bye, guys.